Welcome. You are at the CCC.
Where there are no outside issues. My name is Jordan, an addict, always trying to make good choices.
Yes, and I'm LouiLou, or Lewis, and my pronouns are he, him. I'm in recovery for crystal meth and alcohol, and I'm always in search of balance.
Balance.
Yes, and each week we strive to foster a brave space where we can engage in topics centered around conversations centered around topics of recovery.
Yes, and our intention is to hold and inspire better spaces for more people in recovery by tackling issues used to separate us.
But before we do that, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend, like Anthony adds all that other stuff.
Right. 5 stars.
Yes. And now the disclaimer. Thoughts and opinions expressed on At the CCC are as though we are ours alone. We do not represent anyone but ourselves. In other words, we are just a couple of friends behind a mic here to entertain you. And of course, everything we talk about is for general information purposes only. How are you?
You did great. That was great.
I know.
Here you go.
Well, Anthony just runs through it. It's like I'm all like he's speaking in like Spanish. It's like I'm all calm down, girl. Like,
You forgot that one last disclaimer may cause anal leakage.
Oh. Okay, so you can probably tell that we first off, Anthony is not here, and then also we have other people in the studio. So it's like, let me ask you first, Jordan, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
You look good.
Thank you.
All caked up.
Apparently, I guess these pants do something for my...
We're just letting the audience know.
Single, ready to mingle.
Yeah, if you obviously you wouldn't be able to see this, but apparently recovery does Jordan well. Anyway, we have two returning guest co-hosts here. It's like,
back again.
Would y'all like to introduce yourselves, starting with Anna?
Sure. My name is Anna. I'm a recovering Dauphine, and my pronouns are she, her, or daddy.
Ah, yeah.
And my name is Michael Marcuselli, and I'm in recovery for drugs and alcohol. And I'm always looking for the meat in the lasagna.
I love it. And he's spilling it like the tea, and he gave
First and last name.
Yeah.
Wow.
He got no shame. He gave it last name and everything.
Michael M. Sorry.
Too late, girl. I've already doxed you.
You might as well tell us your cross-dressing name.
I'm already redacted too.
I know. It's like, well, we're really happy to have you. And it's like, before we started, we were thinking like, what are we going to talk about today? And the topic that we landed on is like staying connected even when you don't feel like it. And let's talk about that. And we're talking about, let's just say specifically in 12-step rooms, because the program is always the same way. Like, we change around the program, but the program doesn't change. So, surprise, shit can get boring.
Yep, or repetitive.
And then also life shows up. And when life shows up, it's like, how do you keep things going? So it's like, anybody have any stories, anecdotes, or whatever that you want to start with?
Well, I know that for me, the reason why I wanted to cover this topic is because I know that for me at 10 years, I started feeling stagnant in my recovery, feeling bored. And it's because I was doing the same things that have kept me sober until that point. But I was so fearful of losing what I had that I wasn't taking any risks in finding hobbies or other things of interest. Because what I've learned is that, yes, the 12 steps is a part of my life, but that's not all that is a part of my life. I have interests, I have goals, and I need to walk through fear.
Absolutely.
And that's what's kept my life interesting. Now that I'm at 12 years, I do drag here and there. I do writing. I'm biking now. And that's how I keep things interesting. A long time ago, my sponsor told me if I start getting bored at meetings, it's time to find either new meetings or I need to do some self-reflection as to why I'm bored. And I find that to be very true.
Absolutely. How about you? It's like, and let me shape this. You know, in early recovery, we have things that we do, like call sponsor, whatever.
Who's in early recovery?
Well, all of you are next to me, so it's like whatever. And me, I'm in early recovery for some people who have longer. Yeah.
What are you trying to say? No, I am in early recovery.
Well, no. I was actually trying to shape it. I mean,
I would say in like my history in recovery, because I've had a lot of time and I have had no time, and I've come back and I've had, put together some time. But I think that also I preface it around my work. Like I deal in the helping profession of support, human services, and I think that a lot of times I like to disconnect because of what I go through during the day, and I help a lot of people all the time, and like going to listen to other people and their shit at meetings sometimes makes me want to disconnect.
oh, absolutely.
And so like I have to be very clear as to like my meetings are where I go to be able to get my medicine so I can continue to do the work that I do and stay sober. But if I start finding reasons why I don't want to go, like say my day was hard, or say, what I went through that day was tough, that I'm disconnecting, and the more that I disconnect, the easier it gets.
Oh yeah, the more you stay away. What about you, Jordan?
Well, I have a follow-up question. So when you are in that funk of like not wanting to be around people, but still needing to go to a meeting, do you do something before the meeting, or do you just like
should do a little blow?
I look in the mirror and I say, "You are good. You are kind.
You are precious."
I started going to morning meetings at 7:00 in the morning, and so this way I'm already connecting before I even go through the day, so I can't even use my day and that's been really critical to my recovery this time around, because I connect before I even leave the house. So I say Zoom meetings are a blessing sometimes, but also is like and then I get through my day and I feel like I've been depleted. I then am like, okay, well, I could actually go to a meeting and connect again and find my source again and like really bookend my day with seeing people in recovery. So, I mean, that's really what I do.
Can I ask, like, do you keep the camera on those Zoom meetings? No, it's like, it sounds like a joke. It sounds like a joke.
Talk about like the fact that I've seen you laying down in meetings.
No.
I said that I felt like we were attending your online funeral.
No. The question is serious, because it's like it makes a difference. I
mean, like there are times when I shut it off because I'm like moving around the house and like doing chores or cooking food or whatever, and I think it's better that I have the camera off, because sometimes I might not be, appropriately dressed or whatever the case is, or I'm getting changed for work.
He said that real loud into the mic.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I might not be dressed.
I'm not wearing a shirt or whatever. So it's like I feel like sometimes I shut off my camera, but for the most part, I like to have my camera on because in a way, since you're so disconnected by being in an online meeting, I think that seeing your fellow's face is a way of also connecting.
Absolutely.
But I will say, like, to your question, there have been times when I've just gotten burnt out with the ritual of going to meetings. And I've made a couple of choices. I force myself and I go. And in every experience, I can honestly say that I feel better than I did when I went in. Right? So sometimes it's about forcing myself, but I've also know that it's okay to take a break from meetings as long as I'm doing other things to keep up my sobriety, right? So for me, a lot of my sponsor family is about literature. So sometimes instead of my normal, makeup murder mystery podcast, I'll put on some recovery audio tapes.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'll listen to that. I have a bunch of from the NA website, and I listen to the literature. Sometimes I'll just want to read, so I'll go like 2 weeks without a meeting, but I'm doing other things to take up that time. Yeah, because I do feel like it's okay to get burnt out on ritual.
No, absolutely.
I also think that we've made so many connections that like FaceTime is a thing too. And I mean, like I'd say that I know Lewis and I are very close friends, and like at the end of our day or even the beginning of our day, we get on FaceTime and we talk. So it's like at least if I don't make it to a meeting, we tell each other, hey, I was going to go to a meeting tonight, but I walked past the room and I saw so-and-so sitting there.
It's like, come on.
And I saw so-and-so sitting there again, and I thought to myself, nah, I'll go home.
Sometimes the best way for me to be of service is to not go.
Yeah. So he'll say, I was going to make it to a meeting, but I decided to come home. And, and then we like see each other. So it's like, you've done that, your due diligence with checking in, connecting. And like
Absolutely.
telling a friend.
And also, you know what I really feel like? Zoom, the gift of Zoom, even though I feel like there was the potential for it before shelter in place, Zoom and those meetings, like, they talk about, we go to meetings for the newcomer, so the newcomer can find us. But throughout that whole Zoom thing, basically it's like you said, just listening to a share or whatever. Sometimes it's just that I have this and it's kind of circulating in my brain and it's a gift.
I'm not on sniffies. I'm not looking for a hotel. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is real life. Like, I'm not cycling. I'm not like doom scrolling. And I'm actually, connected into a meeting. I'm like, that's 45 minutes out of my, or an hour out of my life that I'm giving to my recovery, even though I might not be mentally, emotionally, or physically there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And like I was saying too before about Zoom is that, it's just unrealistic for me to say that I'm going to get to an on-person meeting every day.
Yeah.
But what I will say is that if I go to a morning meeting or if I go to a meeting online and I decide that I want to go to at night, I've now gone to 2 meetings.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like I go to more than one every day.
What I will say is we're really fortunate here in this neighborhood, and we're in the Castro and in San Francisco, because what I can mix and match my meetings in this neighborhood alone without going too far. But it's like some of our listeners, it's like they don't have the option to, like, if they want to hit a CMA meeting or whatever, there's only maybe 1 or 2 a week, and they may have to go way out of their way to reach it. So
we're also lucky and fortunate to have a lot of LGBT specific meetings.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? I can't imagine like you're somewhere in bumfuck Egypt and you're like burnt out, but you want to go to a meeting, but it's like, do I really want to go deal with potential contention at a meeting because I'm the odd man out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No offense to bumfuck Egypt.
No, exactly.
All of our listeners in bumfuck Egypt, we want to let you know that you're
Oakland.
Oh, wow. Say their names. Name them.
Oh, my goodness.
No, we're having.
I guess, and also like now that these Zoom meetings have become a thing, and those people that are in these remote places are able to attend things like CMA meetings, and they need people that are there. So like people that are attending.
Oh, absolutely.
You need people and like to have.
Well, it's like I talk about the relapse prevention meetings. Sometimes I have to step away because I realize that, like, I get there and, I don't have a poker face. And so if I'm there and I'm in judgment, I'm not making that space safe for someone who is going through what they need to go through as far as relapse or whatever. But, I need to go back because folks need to know that you can stay sober. You can stay sober.
Yep.
So, yeah.
It's just another tool. That's one of the things I love about Zoom since the pandemic is that it's really opened up another avenue. If you don't want to go to a physical meeting, you can just go to a Zoom meeting. I've done that, like you said, and literally shut off my camera and just put it in the background while I'm doing house chores. And like I get my meeting, right? And it's like I'm in the comfort and safety of my home without having to put myself necessarily at a meeting, hearing the same person share again and again and again.
Hey, this is a question that I can ask all of you.
Did you want to expand on that?
No, exactly.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Are there actions that you find that you take, like with your program or with recovery, that are maybe inconvenient or uncomfortable, but you find that when you do that, it kind of brings you out of whatever?
Going to physical meetings for me is very inconvenient. I mean, I have a lot of not visible disabilities. And so by the time I'm done at work, I literally physically want to go home and just sit and like relax and do nothing. But I know that I need a meeting. So I force myself to come to the Castro. I mean, it's one bus ride, but for me, it takes a lot to come out here when I'm in physical pain, right? I think because I have invisible disabilities, people don't understand that like most days I'm in constant pain, right? And by the time I'm done standing at work, like I just want to go home, rest my feet. But I know that on top of the meeting, what I really get out get out of recovery, one of the things that has really transformed my recovery is socializing. So I need the physical being around other people.
It just gets draining when you think about your day and you're like, I got to get up. I got to go to work at 5 o'clock. I'm get done. I head to the Castro. I'm there for an hour. It's like by the time you get home and you eat, it's like you're getting in bed, and then you're like, I got to do this all again tomorrow.
Yeah.
It gets really like that. That
Monotonous.
stuff gets me like there's not enough time in the day, and it feels like I'm on this kind of like rat wheel, like, hamster wheel, doing the same thing over and over again. But you know what? It ebbs and flows.
It also helps that most of my routine is automatic now.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for so long that now sometimes, muscle memory. Like I will straight up thinking I'm going home, and no, I find myself at the Castro Country Club. I'm like, how did I get here? It's because my body just does what it knows it needs to do now. And I'm grateful for that, because instead of going to like 6th Street just to hang out on the block, my body knows, no, let's just go to the Castro Country Club, hang out there and see what plans might pop up.
No, exactly.
Literally, if I'm not at work or I'm not at home, I will just, come to the Castro Country Club, and before you know it, I have things to do on the weekend all of a sudden, right? It's one of the other tools that I love being where we are is the Castro Country Club because of that.
Yeah.
I would say recently what I've been doing is bringing normie friends to meetings with me.
Ooh, tell us more.
Yeah, please.
So I brought both.
It's like
Are they
what you've been.
cute?
It's like
Are they
this is
cute?
where my dates start.
So I brought both of my parents to meetings.
Okay, allies.
He cleaned that up real good. It's like,
Are they cute?
My mom
his mom is adorable. Yeah, I love his mom.
But yeah, so bringing them to meetings, I have my best friend from college. She was in town the other day. I brought her to the tarot card meeting because she's all in the tarot cards. And I was like, just to like a peek into what my monotonous routine really is. And it does kind of spice it up, because then it gives us something to talk about as well, right? Because this is a big part of my life, and they are a big part of my life, but the two don't always collide like this.
Lucky. I mean, I feel like before sobriety, I had burnt all my bridges. So 95%, even now that I do drag, 95% of my friends are in recovery.
Oh, yeah, same here.
If I bring somebody, they already know the program, the ins and outs.
What I will say, and I think that I look back on like past episodes, that's attraction rather than promotion. I've actually been able to kind of be there for individuals who aren't in the rooms, and they come and say, I know that you're in recovery. Can you talk to me about it? And I'm okay, right on. Okay, I got you. And I'm open to it, but it's like, I'm not, I don't broadcast it. Like when I was early recovery, I was like, I remember one time my sponsor, we were on the corner, and I introduced him as my sponsor, and he said, oh, no, you didn't just spill my tea all over the place. I'm okay, girl. It's like, it's all good. Hey, so I had a question. No, it's great.
Hopefully one of us has an answer.
No, you do. Absolutely.
You put the cream on before.
I know. Okay, so this is something.
Hemorrhoid.
This is something that happens. Okay, so say we have a meeting that we really love. And every 6 months, because of the traditions, we change leadership. And all of a sudden you get somebody in who you don't fuck with or whatever.
This is your story.
No, this is not my thing. No.
This is what happened with relapse prevention meeting.
No, but
This is hypothetical.
No,
This is why you don't go.
You get somebody in who just picks speakers that you don't connect with, or whatever, or all of a sudden there's this wave of folks in that just rub you the wrong way. What do you do?
I move my meetings.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure.
Again, for me, one of the biggest things I've learned is I chase my joy. I chase where like my medicine is, right? If I'm not getting what I need from one particular place, I've learned that I have options today. I have choices. I got sober so I could make those choices. So one of my favorite meetings is definitely the Friday night meeting. I love that meeting, and there's been 2 occasions where secretaries were picking people that I just, like you said, I was not connecting with, heard some very misogynistic things come out of their mouths, and I was just like, you know what? I've given this meeting and this new secretary a try twice. I think I'm done. I'm going to go find another meeting. I mean, for me, I've been here long enough that I know there's a solution to everything, right? And so that's what I would do, and that's what I've done before.
Do you find it potentially problematic because when you go to the same meeting, right, you create community, and then you like, friend is like, well, why don't you want to go to this meeting now? Right. So now now it's this whole, I feel like it can be this whole drama of like, well, I'm not going to go because I don't like such and such.
Yeah. Well, I don't do that. First of all,
Yeah, you don't have to say anything.
One of the things that my sponsees will tell you, and most people that know me know that for the most part, I'm not a biter of gossip.
Well, you
right?
You talk to people, a closed mouth trusted person.
Not even.
You like how you line that up? It's
Like I've literally had my sponsees.
We shit talk.
I've had my sponsees tell me, "Hey, you told me to come to this meeting. Why are you no longer coming to this meeting?" And I'm like, "I just needed a change, and I'm going to this meeting." And that's truthful. Like something's going on. I didn't like it, so I needed to change my meeting.
Absolutely.
Right. I've stated the purpose of why I changed my meeting without my experience or my perspective damaging or kind of like tainting your perspective. Because if you're not obviously feeling the same way I am, then it's about perception. And, your perception, keep going. Keep doing what you need to do.
The rough thing is that, there are these cycles that sometimes, like you said, with relapse prevention, we don't go. But it gets a little hanky when you pick up a service commitment and then you realize like a month into the commitment that you're like, I don't know why I did this because I don't want to do this anymore.
The number of times that I have, that's been the longest 6 months of my life.
And then like, I got to go because I've made the commitment, but it's like, usually I'll know. And then I'm like, okay, I also have to take service breaks too, because I would say that there are some times that I have 3 to 4 commitments in a week. I'd say 3 is my max anymore. But I will say that like every so many months, I will stop. I'll go another 6 months without having any service commitment, and then I'll come back and do it again.
It's been 2 years since I've done a service commitment.
Yeah, but I think that so especially the two of you, because it's like we have former Grand Duchesses for San Francisco here, and I think that the longer you stay in recovery, even if you've gone and come back, like it's kind of misleading.
Service.
Well, we're always doing service of some sort.
But I was going to, yeah.
And it was great in the beginning. I think the reason why, in the beginning,
volunteer at the club.
Yeah,
like there's other ways that we do service. Also,
soccer. All of the things
friend.
that you do. Oh,
I'm your friend. That's service
I do community service because I'm your friend. Community service, like the judge still has me. I think I still have some.
Oh my God,
some fines to pay off.
Some hours.
That's
exactly.
The blind leading the blind.
No, but I mean it's very true. That's one of the other things that I've learned is that being of service at a meeting is not the only way of being service to the overall community. And like you said, I do a lot of drag for charity, and that's being of service, right?
I 13-step a lot of newcomers.
Going to mascara, helping a new queen, getting makeup,
Absolutely.
or helping somebody get dressed,
keep
right? Making a phone call, trying to get someone into rehab.
Safety.
Like there are other ways to be of service. I feel, again, very fortunate because a lot of my routine, a lot of my responses now are very autopilot, right? But yeah, I mean, I've learned that there are other ways of being of service. And it's been 2 years since I've been of service at an actual meeting, but I haven't felt like I needed to because I've been doing drag for free, which on its own is being of service. Trust me.
Yeah.
No. Well, no, I was, so how often do you call people? How often do you take the phone list and you reach out like when you're feeling? Well, I call my sponsor every day.
Wow.
Like I've made it like I've just trained myself. The only time every now and then I don't, but I call my sponsor every day because it's a great way like to kind of start kind of like that meeting you talked about. Mm-hmm. I will talk about this is what I've got planned. This is what I've got going on. And of course I send out a gratitude list. And for me, like, and I was going to talk about the number of meetings I go to. On average, if I'm doing really well, I go to about 5 meetings a week, but that hasn't always been the case.
I do 2 a week. And the only person I talk to every day is in the mornings is my sponsees.
Okay.
I do 6 or more.
Okay.
And that is morning and night sometimes. And it's a combination of online and in person. And I have 3 service commitments, and I do talk to you every day. I do talk to a sober person every day.
Absolutely.
And my sponsor, not so much, but I mean, but we text every once in a while.
What about you, Jordan? We put him on the spot.
I know. I think I do about 4 meetings a week. I play soccer 2 nights of the other weeks. Nope, that didn't make sense. 2 nights. And then I have like 2 close friends that I talk to daily. And I think there's like a blood pact that like we need to talk to each other daily at some point. So it's not just on me to reach out, but then they can also,
And I think for anybody listening, I think that the key is the connection. Because it's like, I don't know what you were like, but I know what I was like. There were a lot of times where I did not have the connection. If I was connecting, it was transactional. It was bartering. It was not
authentic.
It was not authentic. It was based on Lord knows what. I was not in control. And so being able to have experience with individuals, even if it's 1 or 2, and being able to be your honest, your true self or whatever, that is an absolute gift.
I also want to mention that, like, of everything that we said right now, it also shows you the variety of, like, everything is individualized.
Absolutely.
And everything ebbs and flows. Because I know that for me right now, I'm doing 2 meetings a week, but that's because of my schedule and other things that I'm doing. But there have been times when I know I need more meetings, and I have been known to do meetings once a day or 3 times, a week. So it's one of the other things. After you've been here for a while, you learn to cater your recovery to what you need in that moment.
Absolutely.
I'm also like only a little bit over 18 months in, so I think that it's really crucial for me to really hit it hard right now. I don't push myself because of that. I'm like, I just know that it's
what you need.
It's what I need.
Yeah.
Right. It's what I need because I know at some point after a couple years or so, it'll slow down a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Life happens.
Life will happen. But I know that right now it's what I need because I don't want to slip.
Yeah.
We absolutely need to normalize this. And again, it's like I'm thinking about past conversations on here and what George said. We need to normalize, like, one size does not fit all.
Very true.
What I need today is sometimes different than what I need tomorrow. And it's like, if I also give
8 or more.
I also give myself permission. I also give myself permission because there's some weeks where I only get 3 meetings. There's some weeks where I only get 2 meetings.
I can tell.
And that works for me.
Wow.
No, because one thing, I take my personal temperature. I know when I get super squirrely and I can add or I can subtract. But
and I think that's a very important thing to also, like, talk about because of on top of being an addict, I'm also like someone with severe mental health issues, right? So my recovery schedule is going to look different than someone else. And I think that's important because I definitely strive to teach that to my sponsees. Well, she's doing, a meeting, 2 meetings every day and like her life looks like this. And I want to do that. And I'm like, just because you do the same amount of meetings is not going to, give you the life that this person has. You have to do what works for you. And trust me, you need to go to more therapy and like this.
Usually the Anitas need Jesus.
And that is a lovely way to end. Wow. That's a lovely way to end. We're going to land this plane. I need him. So the Castro Country Club is a safe and sober community center for all people. And it's a refuge for the LGBTQ recovery community.
Yes.
Pull out slowly.
And we provide programs and services that help change lives by supporting personal growth.
Our vision is
my favorite.
I know. Our vision is to reduce the suffering of addiction by connecting people to community, opportunity, and support.
Supportive.
Ooh, cake.
And you can find more information, including all the ways to contact us at www.castrocountryclub.org/podcast.
And Lewis's phone number is.
And check out new month episodes every Monday when they drop. And thank you too for being a part of it. You are so amazing.
Glad to be of service.
Make good choices.
Thank you so much.
Oh, that was fun.